Okay, we are up. Perfect. I'm going to minimize this really quick. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on here. A lot of information to cover, and I'm going to try and make it quick. But I just want to say thank you for getting on the call. We're super excited to have you on here. And what we're going to be talking about tonight is I'm going to be sharing a lot about what is coaching, what is it exactly that we do, a lot about what our team On My Tone, has to offer any new coaches joining us. And then I'm going to be telling a little bit about my own personal story. So I always like to start with a picture of our team. Of course, our team is very, very large at this point. It's very hard to get everybody in one picture, but we try our best. We often go to events, meet up, and we're able to network and actually see each other face to face, because with our team, people live all over the United States. I think at this point, my husband and I have counted up, we have covered about 46 of the 50 states, and then we have several coaches also in Canada too. So, all right, so a little bit about myself. I'll be your host. My name is Danielle Lickteig. Either I've invited you to this call or one of the coaches on our team invited you to this call. We're, again, super excited to have you on here. I'm a 5-star diamond coach. I'm a 2017 elite coach and the leader of a top 30 team. Team On My Tone is one of the newest and fastest growing teams in the network. And I am really honored to say that we're almost kind of like a baby team. We've only been a team for, I've been coaching for 3 years. The team part officially started about 2.5 years ago when we really started growing the team. And we ended last year, which was our first full 2 years together. We ended ranked out at number 42 out of 450,000 coaches. So very, very proud of that. At this point right now, we're ranked at number 38. We keep going up every single month. And basically what this means, guys, is it's not one person's success. It's multiple people within our team having extreme success with their business. And that's what helps us bring up into our rankings. So we're ranked up there with some of the top teams in the network that have been around for a while. So I'm super proud to say we are where we're at. And we continue to keep climbing. All right, a little bit about me. I am a wife to my husband, Chris, who is also a coach. Chris is also a full-time middle school history teacher. Him and I do work this business together. So I think that's a huge advantage. You don't see that a lot among the coaching community where husband and wife do work the business together. So I always say, like, if you have a spouse that does want to get involved with you in coaching, I think it's a huge benefit to be on our team because we're able to mentor other couples that are wanting to grow this business together. So I'm a mother to my daughter, Reese, is 5, and my son, Cash, is 1. He just turned 1. He was born right in the middle of my coaching journey. I've been a coach now for 3 years. And when I got pregnant, I was like, okay, what's this going to do for my business? Like, I was so nervous. But I will tell you guys, my business grew the most during my pregnancy. Not only was my belly growing, but my business was growing. So it did not slow me down. I really enjoyed sharing my pregnancy journey. I really was able to connect and meet with a lot of women that were pregnant, wanting to get pregnant, or were already moms. And so it was really pretty cool for my business to see that happen. And then, of course, afterwards, I was very motivated to get my pre-baby body back, and I was able to share that openly on social media. So I started with Beachbody being totally clueless. I had never completed a Beachbody program. I had never done a challenge group before. I didn't know exactly what coaches did. But what I did is, that's my coach Brooke down on that lower right side in the green dress, and her husband Jason. They both actually work the business together. Brooke is also a registered dental hygienist like I am, and then her husband Jason is a pediatric dentist. So I sat and I watched them post about challenge groups, or post about their fitness, or post their workouts, or go on these trips. And I was like, what is it that they are doing? Like, it looked like a lot of fun, but I had no clue what they were doing because I had no clue what Beachbody was. So finally, she had posted something about doing a training. She was going to train anybody who was interested in learning more about coaching. And I thought, you know what? This is my sign. If I want to do this, like, I'm passionate about health and fitness. I feel like I could do this. I feel like I could be great at this, but I need to figure out what is coaching and what is Beachbody, what they have to offer. So that's kind of where I started with my coaching journey. I actually started as a challenger. I signed up to be a coach, and I began my first program, which was the 20 Monday Fix. And I always share this story in every webinar, but it's just kind of funny because I bought this program totally not knowing what the heck it was. It was just the popular thing at the time. And I opened it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is about like learning how to eat and eat clean. And I'm like, I already know how to do all that. And so, my husband's like, well, send it back, get something else. And I'm like, no, I want to be able to go through it so I can help my challengers with it. So I went through it. And I learned I didn't know everything about clean eating. And I learned that I really needed to tweak my portions in order to get the results that I wanted. So I was at the point where I didn't want results. I kind of hit a plateau when I thought my fitness was where it was going to be at. The way I looked was where it was going to be at. But little did I know, I just wasn't doing things correctly with my nutrition. And the 21 Day Fix is what helped me understand how I needed to be eating to get the results that I really had always wanted and thought I couldn't get it. So clean eating and nutrition is just my passion. And I had began looking into it before coaching. I was learning more about organic foods and really cleaning up your foods. But I have learned so much along my coaching journey. I think a lot of times people think that they have to start coaching knowing it all. And I didn't. I just had an interest in it. When I began coaching, that's where I really learned and gained a foundation on clean eating and nutrition. So I was a full-time RDH, it's a registered dental hygienist turned entrepreneur. I signed up, guys, to be a coach simply because I had a passion for health and fitness. I did not want to leave my job. I worked for a wonderful office. I was well paid, and I just thought this was going to be something fun to do on the side. I did not know that there was such a huge opportunity with coaching at that time. I was just in it for fun, and I thought, cool, if I make extra money, it's going to go towards a vacation. And that was my goal. That was my financial goal signing up as a coach, was making a little extra money and putting it towards one vacation a year. Little did I know that it was going to, within 12 months, allow me to cut my hours and become a full-time coach within 18 months. Now, I want to put a little disclaimer to this. This is not something that's going to happen unless you're determined, you're disciplined, and you're coachable. So most of all, you have to be coachable. Yes, there is training, and I'm going to go over that here shortly. And the training is awesome, but you have to be willing to take the training and implement it, put it into action, and be able to be coachable and listen and learn as you go. So by doing that, I became a big thinker, and that's caused me to learn to really look outside of the box and see the bigger picture of what coaching has to offer. I had no network marketing or social media experience. I used to post on Facebook to occasionally post pictures about Reese, which was my only little one at that time. And I had an Instagram account I didn't know how to use. I did not have YouTube. I didn't even know that a regular average Joe could open a YouTube page. So I knew nothing. Okay, so what is Beachbody? Now that I told you guys a little bit about me, I'm really going to dig into more about what exactly is Beachbody and what is coaching. So our mission is to help people achieve healthy and fulfilling lives. We were founded in 1998 by John Condon and Carl Deichler. So yes, we have been around for close to 20 years now. We're a direct marketing company that wanted to come up with a direct, effective solution to weight loss. So what you guys may not know, and once you join our team, you're going to hear a lot about, there is Beachbody.com and there's TeamBeachbody.com. So Beachbody.com is actually the infomercials. So anytime you see the infomercials on TV, those are the DVDs that you can buy, and that's where Beachbody actually started. So what happened back in 1998 when all they had was the infomercials and they didn't have coaches was people were purchasing the programs, but they weren't completing the programs. And they were just putting them on the shelves, and they weren't really having success. Obviously, if they're not completing it, they're not having success with it. So they began these message boards. And with the message boards, people would go on there and they could ask questions. They would give each other nutritional information. They would share nutritional plans that were working for them. They would share different fitness programs that they got from Beachbody. And they were offering each other peer-on-peer support and accountability. So what happened after they started that? people started getting results, completing their fitness programs. So it's kind of like an aha moment for John and Carl. Like, why don't we begin this coaching, this peer-on-peer support, which is somebody that is actively on their journey, being able to support and help somebody else. And that's what a coach is. A coach is offering somebody peer-on-peer support, not an expert. It's just somebody that's going to help you through your journey. So the network of coaching came about, and they called that Team Beachbody. Beachbody is the #1 in at-home fitness programs like, and guys, this list could go on and on, but just to give you a few: P90X, Insanity, Body Beast, Turbo Fire, Hip Hop Abs, PiYo, 21 Day Fix, Hammer, Chisel. I could just run out of breath trying to even name them all. We're also the creators of Shakeology. A lot of you have heard of Shakeology. I always like to hit on Shakeology because personally, when I started this, I was very anti-supplements. Like, we were learning more about being organic, and I had read the supplements that my husband was taking, and it had artificial stuff in it. It had chemicals in it, words that I did not recognize, and when I looked them up, they were not food. So I automatically thought, okay, that's what Shakeology is. It's going to be this cheap, crappy shake that that they're offering to people, so I'm not going to do it. Well, it wasn't until I got to talking to my coach, and I actually began to research it. I mean, research it to death, because I thought, I cannot do this unless I'm offering something to people that I can stand behind. Thankfully, Beachbody feels the same way, and they are offering such a quality product with Shakeology, guys. It has nothing artificial in it. It has no soy. It has no chemicals or fillers in it, and it is made with real whole foods. It's something that I now take every single day. My family takes it, including my 5-year-old, which we've gotten approved from her pediatrician to be able to take a half a serving a day for her vitamins. So to us, some people think of it as a weight loss shake, and it's so much more. It's actually a nutritional drink that fills in all of your gaps of nutrition, and it's one of the biggest impacts on my results in helping me get to where I'm at today. So we also have fitness programs for all fitness ability levels, from beginner to more advanced. We have everything. Then they created the network of coaches. It was about 10 years ago. So we've been around for about 10 years at this point. We now have fitness plus nutrition plus support equals success. So if you ever look at any other nutritional companies, you're going to see one or the other, or maybe 2 of these, but you're not usually going to see 3 of them all combined together. That's where Beachbody got smart, and they know that not only do people need an answer to fitness and help through their nutrition, but one of the things that impacts people the most is support, and they realized that when they began those message boards, and they decided that it was time to do the network coaching. Beachbody is a MLM, or a network marketing, which means we do earn through direct team sales. All right, so I always like to touch on this because this was one of my questions to my coach, which is, is this some kind of pyramid, right? Network marketing always kind of has that stigma on it of it's this pyramid thing. So I'm going to go over this. First of all, when I asked my coach this, she asked me, do you know what a pyramid is? And I was like, yeah, are you signing, pretty much all you do is just signing people up. And she's like, no, a pyramid is actually where you have no transactions or no transactions of products or goods. So that can't be any more wrong about Beachbody, because we have fitness programs, we have Shakeology, we have all our other supplements, and we have challenge groups. And who fills our challenge groups? Our customers. Our customers who purchase through our coaching account. So when I actually began coaching, I didn't even have a team. I was strictly just doing challenge groups, and I was having my customers purchase through my coach account, and that's how I made my income in the very beginning. So through retail sales, and it was a very nice income. So I'm just going to kind of describe to you, kind of showing you, of course, I'm coming from a dental office, being a registered dental hygienist. So the right side is going to show you the dental office. The left side is going to be your Beachbody view. So the right side, you can consider your traditional business. And at the very top, you're going to have the dentist, your associate dentist, your hygienist, your office manager, your assistant. So it's kind of a hierarchy, right? The person on the top is the person on the top. You're not going to make more than the dentist or the owner of the facility unless you work a ton of hours or you go back to school and you become a dentist. So there is a hierarchy when you look at the normal business structure. The person at the top, the CEO, is always going to be the person at the top making the most money, right? And the people underneath of them, they're always going to be in underneath of them unless you go back to school or you work your ass off. Excuse my language, but that's the truth. On the Beachbody structure, to the left side, this is random numbers. So I'm seeing the person at the top is $100,000. The person at the bottom makes $1 million a year. You may be thinking, okay, how does that work? So whenever you are at the top, that is your geographical placement. That's it. But if you are at the bottom and you are a business building coach and you're like, okay, I'm going to crush my business. I'm going to do challenge groups every month. I'm going to be inviting people to join me along with this. And I'm really going to grow my team with people just like me that actively want to coach and do this as a business. And you begin to have tremendous success because you're consistent. You show up every day and you work your business every day and your business just explodes. So let's say the person on the top that's making $100,000 a year, again, random number, they really aren't showing up every day. They aren't really growing their team. They're doing a challenge group maybe once a quarter, and they're not really doing too much. So therefore, their income is not going to be as great. Now, if the person on the top was crushing their business, just like the person in underneath of them on the bottom, would that benefit them? Yes, it would. But the person on the top has to actively be working just as hard on their business in order for anybody that's signed up in underneath of them to benefit them. So otherwise, the person on the top, that's just their geographical placement. It could be an advantage to them, but it could not, because it all depends on their effort and what they decide they want to do with their business. Because the person on the bottom could surpass their income at any point in time. And I see it happen even in my own business, and where I signed up in underneath of my coach, I have already surpassed the income of all the coaches that she's signed up above me. Why? Because I'm crushing my business. I show up every day. I'm consistent, and I'm a business building coach. So my placement doesn't matter. And that's the cool thing with Beachbody, is that you decide on your efforts how well you're going to do with this business. If you sign up in a traditional, or if you're in a traditional business structure, then you better be looking to go back to school, or you better be looking to work longer and harder hours. All right, so how is Beachbody Innovative? We are partnering with top names and introducing people to the future of fitness. I think this is the coolest thing. So the picture to the left is my little girl, Reese. We are in the Apple store. She is holding up, what is that on the box, guys? That is Beachbody programs on the Woohoo ticker, which is a heart rate monitor that we are partnered with. And you will see this in the Apple store. So we are partnered up with Apple, and I think that speaks volumes, guys. Like, if you know how prestigious Apple is, they don't partner up with just anybody. And then we're also the official supplement of Ironman. Again, I think that speaks volumes, because Ironman, again, does not partner up with just anybody. We are NSF certified with our performance line. So that's what you're seeing right there. That's our Energize, our muscle recovery drink, our Recharge. That's what we call our performance line. It is super, super clean. It's went through a ton of testing in order to get the NSF certification. So I think a lot of times what people don't realize, when you walk into things like GNC, there isn't a lot of quality assurance. There isn't a lot of testing in those products, and they really just kind of go through the bare minimum, and they're placed on the shelves. And it's stuff that I would not even touch. Beachbody stuff has been tested, has tons of quality insurance, and it's a super clean product. And we partnered with Ironman, which is pretty awesome. So another thing that Beachbody realized is that where the future of fitness was going, and the future of fitness was going into digital streaming. So this is something else that you're not going to find with other health companies, is that we are actually, we have Beachbody On Demand, where you can access all our fitness programs through either a computer or a mobile device or a television. So how cool is that? Anywhere that you're at, you can access your workouts. Not that we are getting rid of DVDs, but guys, think about it. So how many people have gotten rid of their cable providers, right? I know we did. We actually have Apple TV now, and we have Amazon Prime, where we can also watch movies there too, and we have a Roku. So it's the same thing with fitness. People want to be able to have convenience. If they go on vacation, they don't want to lug their DVDs or have to find a DVD player somewhere, they can literally pull it up on their tablet through our app. So we have our own app for Beachbody On Demand, or they can pull it up on their computer on the website. So super cool, something that, again, you're not going to find with other fitness companies. Another thing that is very innovative about Beachbody is they have something called the My Challenge Tracker app created by Beachbody for Beachbody coaches. So this is something that I've been dabbling with for a while with my groups, and I have officially made the conversion all the way over to using the My Challenge Tracker app instead of running my challenge groups on Facebook. And I love it, and my clients love it because it's more private, it's more exclusive, they can log all their information, they can get notifications to make sure they're logging, they can take the focus off of social media and put the focus on themselves, their goals, and encouraging the other challengers within the group by using the app. So this is something, again, you're not going to find other fitness companies having, and it's a huge advantage for us coaches because it's very exclusive that we're able to have this really cool app feature. All right. Another way Beachbody is innovative is we're launching into other countries, and we have no plans to stop. So far we're in the US, we're in Canada, and we're about ready to launch into the UK next month. This is such a huge opportunity and advantage for all of us coaches, especially if you're a coach that knows somebody in the UK, because the UK has had Beachbody programs there. The coaching opportunity has not been there. So if you know someone in the UK, you meet somebody on social media, which is what I have done. I've met several people on social media that do live in the UK. This is something really new and exciting that we're going to be sharing with them, which is a huge business opportunity for them, being a brand new coach in their country, and then also a huge opportunity for our business too. All right, so what is a coach? Our mission is to help people achieve healthy and fulfilling lives. One of the big misconceptions is that we're fitness experts. We're not fitness experts. We're just somebody who likes to work out, or we want to be healthy, so we do work out. We're not personal trainers. You can be a personal trainer. I do have several coaches on the team who are personal trainers, and they are using coaching to grow and have a greater reach among social media online. You do not have to be a nutritionist. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a fitness expert myself. However, there are some coaches that are personal trainers that are nutritionists. But that is something that a lot of people have this misconception that you have to know it all, and you don't. You have to want to be healthy, and you have to want to help other people. You do not have to be at your fitness, at your goal weight or your goal fitness ability. So many of my coaches will join because they want accountability, right? They want people there to push them. You do not have to be at your goal weight. When I started coaching, I did not have a transformation. Like I said, I started my first program and realized that I could tweak my diet and really get to my top physical condition. And the cool thing about that was that I was openly sharing that with people because I was so excited because something new was happening to me. So I think a big advantage for people can also be if you're on your health and fitness journey, you're sharing that because you're excited, right? It's an organic, natural thing to talk about because it's happening to you at that time. We are normal people. Coaches are everyday people doing extraordinary things. We have flaws. We make mistakes. And guys, we post about our mistakes. So too many times people think, well, I'm not perfect, or I fall off the wagon, so I really can't be a coach, or I haven't got it down 100%. You're normal. That's human. That's all of us. And that's okay to post about that because that's relatable. So when you become perfect, that's when you become unrelatable. So anytime I have an opportunity to show people, hey, I'm human, I have flaws, I'm going to post about it. But here's the thing. You want to make sure that you keep going. So you want to see success in your health and fitness. Not only do you want to help people with success, but you want to have it yourself. So we show people that we are willing to keep going. Like even if we have a struggle that we post about or have had a hiccup within our health and fitness journey, we show people, hey, we jump back on the wagon, we're human, we're gonna keep going. And that's the most important thing about a coach. We're a person who's dedicated to helping others. We're motivated and driven. We're a person who drinks Shakeology, does our workouts every day, and we lead by example. So how do you lead by example? You use the products. You use the products and you show people that the products work. And they do work. And that's the foundation of my business is showing people that I want to lead by example and showing them that what I'm doing works and that I can help them through it too. All right, what does a Beachbody coach do? So the foundation of our business is we run online fitness and support groups. A lot of you are in our groups, but some of you aren't or have never experienced one before, so I'm going to go through that. Just to kind of show you, it's a new journey for all of us challengers, and what we do in our groups is we post our accountability, okay? So we post if we had struggles that day, we post what we ate that day, we did our workout that day, drank our shake that day, what was a win for us that day. So you can see Rachel's actually coaching our team. She said, I thought I was going to die, but then it was over and I made it. Yes. And so anytime that we see a post like this, it's encouragement. It encourages the other people to get up off their butt because, look, she did it. She didn't want to do it, but she made it. And then there's Eve, who's another coach on our team, and she talks about her struggle of just falling off the wagon, and she really needed these 2 days off, but she's going to be right back at it, and she's back on the wagon again. Here we go, okay? So it's just kind of sharing our struggles and just being upfront and honest with people. And another thing that we do within our challenge groups, too, is we invite our families. So for our team, a lot of us coaches feel like it's not just us wanting to get results, but for a lot of coaches, especially coaches that are parents, but we want to impact our kids or even our parents or our family. And so we're having them join in on the challenge group with us. We're having them do the workouts. We're having them try out the Shakeology. We're having them try out the new meals that we're doing. And we're sharing that within the challenge groups too. So we're really trying to center this around family fitness also. We help each other with food prep ideals. So I post a lot of recipes within our challenge groups. Challengers post recipes and post meal prep ideals, and we really try to help each other out with that. Okay, so one thing that I want to say is if you are signing up as a brand new coach, then you are not expected to run your own challenge group. Like when I signed up, that freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, I have to run my own challenge group. Like I don't know what to do. All right, you do not have to run your own challenge group until you are ready. And when you are ready, guess what? We give you all the resources. So all the daily posts that show up each morning, all the recipes are handed right down to you, and we help you get your challenge group up and going. But until then, you will join your sponsor. So if I'm your sponsor, you'll join within my challenge group. I will run all the daily posts. You will put yourself in there. Post your own accountability. If you have challengers, you'll add challengers in there. You would be the one to check in on them, but I would be the one still continuing to host and run the group while you are working on you and working on learning more about coaching and how to grow your business. All right, another thing that we do is free groups. So free groups is something that the team and I usually do probably about once a quarter. Sometimes more often, especially if it's around Thanksgiving and Christmas time, just to help everybody, for one, stay on track. For two, to help people see what type of value us coaches have and what these groups are all about. What we do within our free groups is we provide a meal plan, a grocery list, and recipes. And guess what? Our team has several free group resources. You're not creating those on your own. That's right. They're handed down to you. And you can open up your free group at any point in time if you didn't want to wait until we did a team-wide group, okay? Free groups are a great way to, again, show our value. And also, if somebody's not ready or they don't feel like making the investment just yet to fully do a monthly challenge group, a free group is a great opportunity to give back to those people, help them, show them you care, and then at least get them started until they're able to continue on with us in a longer group that includes a Beachbody program. Okay, so we provide motivation. We openly share our health and fitness journey online and with people in order to inspire and encourage and motivate them. You can also do fit clubs. Fit clubs, if you have a facility, a school, a church, outside, wherever, you can open up your Beachbody on demand and you can get a group of people and you can work out together. A lot of times coaches will take this as an opportunity to also talk about Beachbody. To share about the eating plan, to share Shakeology. Sometimes they'll bring Shakeology treats to hand out to people. So fit clubs are another way that you can grow your business and do it more face-to-face. For me personally, I've grown my business all online. I am a very busy mom. most of the time, my coaching business starts at about 8:30 when my kids go to bed. So everything that I have done with my business is online, but a lot of coaches have done the fit clubs. We lead by example and we rise by lifting others. So how do I find people to join my group, and how do I share versus sell? All right, so other network marketing companies, they really just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth because I've unfriended a lot of people because I go to their social media pages and I just feel sold. And so my goal of how I want my social media page to come off and how I want to teach my coaches and my team is I want you to share openly your journey in order to create curiosity of what you're doing. So for me, I share a lot about family fitness. Even especially here recently, I've been sharing a lot about my little girl Reese's lunch because so many parents struggle with what to take their kids to have for lunch. It's hard. Like, there's no microwave. You have to figure out what to take them that they can pack into their little lunch cooler. So I share a lot about family fitness, talking about what our family does, and it ends up having a lot of people reach out to me or to find that I offer a lot of value. So when I do post about a group, they will reach out and often ask more information or ask about joining. I often share about our eating plan, which is a clean eating portion control plan. Several people struggle with nutrition, so a lot of my groups are nutritional based because people need help with that and learning portions. I use Beachbody as a platform to teach people. I have not created any kind of nutritional plan. I use Beachbody's nutritional plans that they give us. Okay. And then I also share the fitness programs that I love. So I rarely get asked about a fitness program that I never post about. And I often get asked about fitness programs that I do post about. So I attract people to what I'm doing. I am not, Beachbody to me is not the product. I am the product. I am the value. When it comes to coaching, people ask me because they have trust in me. They see that I genuinely help people and I share that online. All right. Another thing that I do is what I call call outs. I do call outs once a month, usually for my big group. I used to call it the 21-day challenge. Now I call it Nutrition 101. I kind of change names around. But my newer group is kind of more nutritional focused. So I changed the name on it. But usually a call out is basically telling everybody I have a group getting ready to come up. And usually how I do that is I share my story. So, for example, on this one, this was right after 4th of July. I went to 4th of July parties. I kind of ate crappy. I was ready to get back on track. And I asked people, are you in? Who wants to do this with me? And I call that my open call out to people. So I do those. I often personally invite people to join learning more about getting healthy with their families too. It used to start with just my warm market, people that were close to me. But at this point, most people that I have met is through social media and online and my totally cold market. So and I'm to the point where I invite total strangers, and I love it because I get to know people, and I've really connected and made a lot of friends by becoming a coach and being able to do this and offer all the value that I can give back. All right, so rewards for helping others achieve their health and fitness goals. This is one thing I want to talk about because it's it's one of the funnest things, obviously, the trips that Beachbody has to offer us, but being able to experience these trips with my team and to be able to meet some people face to face for like the first time is just life-changing. My team has become some of my best friends, and I've met most of them online, to tell you the truth. Most of my team is people that I have met online. Like I said, I'm a busy mom. I'm a homebody. I stay home a lot. I build my business online through social media. So one of my very first trips that I went on was a leadership retreat that was given to us from one of our upline coaches who offers this retreat every year. So often our upline coaches will offer retreats. My very first one was Vero Beach. It was life-changing. I got to meet Autumn Calabrese, who's the creator of 21 Day Fix and several other programs and the portion control eating plan. So got to meet her, got to do a workout with her. He's also sent us to New Orleans, and this past year we just went to Vegas. So he has a downline of about 20,000 coaches, and out of the 20,000, he was taking 10 to Vegas for a retreat, and out of those 10, 5 of them was from our personal team. So I think that that says a lot for what our team is doing and how much success is showing up on our team, and how many coaches are actually growing successful businesses. So I thought that that was really cool. And then we have Success Club trips. These Success Club trips are open to any and everybody in the coaching network. However, you do earn these trips. Beachbody does pay your all-exclusive trip, but you do earn it through working your coaching business and actively helping people with reaching their goals through using Beachbody programs. Okay. So my husband and I have been to Cancun. We went on a cruise last year, and this year we went to Punta Cana. And the pictures that you see on this slide is our team. A lot of the coaches that were able to earn this trip on our team, and not only were they able to earn this trip, but they were able to take their husbands with them too. So we had an absolute blast. Last thing is Coach Summit. Coach Summit happens every year, usually a different location. So far we've been to Nashville, New Orleans, and believe it or not, this year it's in Indianapolis, which I'm from Indiana. I know a lot of you guys are from all over the place, but it's just kind of funny because Indianapolis is like right down the road from my hometown. So it's always somewhere different, but we always have such a blast. This past year we went to New Orleans, and we had about 35 coaches from our team be able to make this trip. So we got to work out together, network together, go to workshops together. And when I say work out together, we get to work out with the trainers, with the Beachbody trainers. So that was really cool. And then they throw nightly parties for us too. All right, so what can you expect from this team, and how are we different? So Team On My Tone has something very unique when it comes to training. So super proud of this. I'm very thankful for my tech-savvy husband. We've created a training website. And so I always tell coaches, like when you are, or people who are considering coaching, when you are considering signing up with a team, like you really need to find out, how are they going to train you? What kind of mentorship are you really going to have? Like this is a business decision for you. So you need to know what type of leadership you're going into. And I want to tell you, with our team, you're not going to be left behind. We have a virtual online training website. It's self-paced. You can move as you go. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that on the next slide. But we do have 2 phases of beginner training. And again, I'll go through that on the next slide. We have personal development book groups that we try to do pretty frequently as a team. One of the big things with Beachbody is not only do we want physical health, but we also want to have mental health too. So we do personal development book groups as a team. And it's really neat because we usually read a chapter and then we go in and we kind of have like a little discussion about it. Then we also do general team calls. I usually try to do one of those once a week, and then new coach training calls. We have a private online coaching group within Facebook where you're able to go ask questions, get all the updates of any kind of coach information, new groups coming up, new things that Beachbody is coming out with. And then one-on-one mentorship from your sponsor and the support of their upline. So let me explain. If I am not your personally sponsored coach, and maybe one of the coaches invited you to this call tonight, you will not only have the mentorship from your coach that signed you up, but you're also going to have it from me. So you're never left behind. And same thing, if somebody signs up with me, you're not only going to have me for guidance and mentorship, but you're also going to have my coach, Brooke, to help and guide you along the way. So you're never going to be alone whenever it comes to coaching within our team. All right, so just to go over our virtual online training website. So we have a Start Here New Coach training that usually goes over mainly the social media aspect, what you should be posting and talking about, how you should come out as a coach, kind of your new coach announcement. We're also talking about some of the details with coaching, with the actual coaching business, things that you need to know as a beginner coach. And then in phase 2, we dig a little bit deeper. So we learn a little bit more about the products. We start to begin to learn a little bit more about time management, figuring out how to make the best of your time and how to track your business. And then within the Advanced Business Building Income Surge, this is a video series that is made up with some of the top coaches within the network, and they're going to be giving you tips and tricks of how they grew their business. And then we also have a rank advancement group, training that's called To Emerald and Beyond. We actually do run this as a group too, about once a quarter. But if you don't want to wait till a group, you're able to go onto our training website and go ahead and access that information. And then the art of inviting. So this again is another video series where you can sit and watch some of the top coaches in the network explain how they go about with their business and inviting people to challenge groups or even the coaching opportunity. All right, so big question that everybody always has is, how do we make money? Okay, so we earn a 25% commission from everything purchased through our coach account. We have a standard commission for challenge pack sales. So depending on what the challenge pack cost is will depend on what your commission is. So the higher the cost, the higher your commission, in other words. The next thing is something that I did not see in my business until I started growing my team, which is cycle bonus, matching bonus, and quarterly star diamond bonus. So for some of you, you may say, well, you know what, I don't really have an interest in growing a team. I just want to do these challenge groups and have fun with it. And that's great. And you earn a nice supplement income from that. That's actually how I kind of got started before I really started to grow my team. But I want to say, if you want to see substantial growth within your business and within your income, and maybe you have big goals to cut your hours or to leave your job or pay off financial debt, where you're going to see some of these bigger incomes and bigger bonuses is going to happen within growing and building your team. So let me kind of explain. When I decided I wanted to do my first rank advancement, which was Emerald, and that's where you sign up 2 coaches, and that's your first milestone in your business, and it unlocks a bigger compensation plan. Now, let me explain. It's not about just signing up people. So it's not like I sign up 2 people, oh my gosh, I'm Emerald, I'm gonna make all this money. That's not how it works. If you start to build your team with people just like you that actively want to coach, they actively want to join the challenge groups and find people to participate in the challenge groups too. And those people who participate in the challenge groups will purchase through their coach account. And when they purchase through their coach account, then what happens is that coach gets the commission, but it turns into a volume for you, what we call a volume. And from that volume is a percent. And from that percentage is given to you as a team cycle bonus. So kind of over your head, I'm trying to explain it the best that I can, but in other words, we want to see our team have success, right? How awesome is that to help and mentor somebody through their business and be able to help them achieve financial success? It's very fulfilling. But not only is it fulfilling for them to have a successful business, but them having a successful business also is an advantage for you, because guess what? For you, hopefully you would be a business building coach. You would be like me and really wanting to grow a business. And when that happens, then that's very beneficial to you when they're having success too. So it's almost like you work together, kind of like business partners, or, of course, teammates, helping each other with growth and helping each other with both being profitable at that point. Okay. All right. We also get a 25% discount on all products purchased. So let me state this. I always get this question in a webinar. There are no quotas. I have coaches that literally love Shakeology and they want 25% off. So they sign up and they get 25% off, and they do challenge groups with me usually every month, and they don't sell a single thing but buy their own product. And you can do that. There is no quotas with being a Beachbody coach. All right, so how do we create a life by design? You set your hours and intensity. So things that I've experienced is freedom, travel, just such an uplifting community, obviously financial blessing with income, and more time with my family. And I want to say that, nothing worth having ever comes easy. So I am always so real with you guys. This is not a get rich quick. Yes, do we have awesome, amazing training and mentorship on our team? Yeah, we do. Obviously, we're one of the top ranked teams. Like I said earlier, out of 20,000 coaches, they only took 10 on the leadership retreat, and 5 of them were from our team. So yes, we have a very successful team. We have great training. We have great mentorship. But if you as a coach, you don't take what you're learning and be that coachable person and put it into action and implement it to create a business, you are not going to see success overnight. But if you're like me and you see that the potential and the big picture, and you realize that if you're taking the things that you're learning, you're implementing them, that over time you're going to have success with your business and you're going to continue to be consistent. And as you see that consistency pay off, you're going to begin to work harder. When you begin to work harder, that's when the magic happens. That consistency is what is going to bring your business to the top and help you see some of these things that I've been able to see along my coaching journey in these last 3 years. All right, so how do we get started? Your best option is going to be with purchasing what we call a challenge pack. So a challenge pack is a discounted package, bundled package that Beachbody puts together. We have several different packages. Why that's your best option? It waives your coach sign-up fee. Your coach sign-up fee is $39.95 and you get nothing for it. It's your sign-up fee. So why not get a product? Obviously, if you're going to be a coach, you need to be experiencing our products. One of the top packages that a lot of coaches end up getting, really 99.9% of my customers get it, is Beachbody On Demand. Because you literally will own all our fitness programs, so you can experience all the fitness programs. And you can advance as your fitness ability advances too, and you can try other things. And then it is also packaged with either 30 days of Shakeology or our Beachbody Performance line. So that's usually the top seller package that I offer to clients, and most of my coaches signing up get. Okay. Military coaches have no sign-up fee or no monthly fee. So if you are a military spouse, active duty, or if you are an active duty military member or a retired military member, then you will also get you have no sign-up fees, you have no monthly fees at all. Okay. If you in the past have already purchased a challenge pack, then you can still get that sign-up fee waived. You just have to fill out a coach reimbursement form, which your sponsor will send you, okay? Oftentimes, though, I'll have coaches go ahead and get another discounted package because you can get that one more time before you sign up to be a coach. And again, once we get to that point, you can talk more to me if I invited you to the call, or to whoever invited you to your call. That would be your sponsor. All right, in the next 24 hours, I want you to ask yourself, what did you like most about this presentation? We love feedback, thank you. Does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that can help you achieve your goals? And which option appeals more to you, a coach or a customer? One question I always like to ask people is, how long will you watch others do what you want to do? Because I'll tell you how long I watch. I watched for 6 months, and I never reached out. I never liked or commented on my coach, my sponsor's page. But I was just kind of that person in the background sitting and watching and like, what is she doing? Like, this looks cool, but I'm not gonna message her. Until 6 months later, I was like, whatever, like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna message her. She's gonna do training. Cool. I am so glad that I did that. But I really wish somebody would have told me about this opportunity a long time ago, because it would have brought me home it would have brought me home a lot sooner. It would have been an even bigger financial blessing for my family a lot sooner. And it would have given me the quality of time with my family. And one thing that I want to say that I love coaching, and one of my big whys, is being present. So being present as a mom and being able to be home. I did not expect this to happen when I signed up to be a coach. Like I said, I just wanted some supplement income for a vacation. But there was oftentimes, as a working mother in healthcare, I seen patients every day. I had a schedule that was full. I wasn't able to go to things like my little girl's Christmas party. And when I was a coach, I was able to cut my hours, and with my little girl, her very first preschool Christmas party, I was there. So that was huge, to just be able to be with my kids. And not just that, I have 2 transformations down here, people super close to me. My husband's aunt, one of my close friends, she's lost over 100 pounds. She's so healthy. She's in her 50s, and she was just at a plateau and was struggling and unhappy and unconfident. And, you know, it took her a while to actually join us, but when she did, she's been with us for almost 3 years now in her journey with health and fitness, and she's still maintaining over 100-pound weight loss. A close friend of mine, who is now also a coach, Ashley, was actually one of my very first challengers. Her and I worked together. She was a dental assistant, and I said, Ashley, I don't know what I'm doing. I signed up to be a coach. I'm going to do this challenge group. Do you want to do it with me? And surprisingly, Me not knowing what I was doing, she said yes. And you will find that happen a lot. When you don't know what you're doing, but you're excited about it, people will say yes. And what may happen is it may be like Ashley. I didn't realize that she was so unhappy with herself at that time, really struggling, didn't know what to do, really needed help and really needed somebody to show her and give her guidance. And that's what I was. And she ended up losing over 100 pounds too. She was age 23, and she looks just amazing now. It's been, again, almost, well, actually, it has been 3 years. She's maintaining over 100 pounds of weight loss. So one thing that you want to ask yourself is, if I sign up to coach and I help just one person, and maybe that one person's super close to you, would it be worth it to you to join and check out this opportunity and see what it has to offer? All right, so let me stop the recording.